So that's the Mashiach Yahushai being in Mary's womb filled with the Holy Spirit. And Mary was given the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit shall come upon thee. See? But the Holy Spirit didn't impregnate Mary. He says it's going to come upon her, just like it came upon Elizabeth. So let's continue. Look at Elizabeth in Luke 1 and verse 41. Mary visited her cousin Elizabeth. And it says, and it came to pass that when Elizabeth heard the salutation of Mary, the babe leaped in her womb, and Elizabeth was filled with the Holy Spirit. And she spake out with a loud voice and said, Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb. Talking about a Mashiach Yahushai, and Mary knows she was blessed among women, and also a Mashiach Yahushai. You see, Elizabeth received the Holy Spirit. Luke 1, we're still in the first chapter. And let's look at what happened, because when the angel told Zacharias that he was going to have a son, and call his name John, look what happened. It was said in verse 15, for he shall be great in the sight of the Most High, Luke 1 and 15, and shall drink neither wine nor strong drink, and he shall be filled with the Holy Spirit even from his mother's womb. And many of the children of Israel shall return to the Most High their power, and he shall go before him in the spirit and power of Elijah, to turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the disobedient to the wisdom of the just, to make ready a people prepared for the Most High. And Zacharias said unto the angel, Whereby shall I know this? For I am an old man, and my wife well stricken in years. And the angel answering said unto him, I am Gabriel, that stand in the presence of the Most High, and am sent to speak unto thee, to show thee these glad tidings. And behold, thou shalt be dumb, and not able to speak until the day that these things shall be performed, because thou believest not my words, which shall be fulfilled in their season. Now, I mean, it seemed like he really took heed, because when he said, look, verse 11, and there appeared unto him an angel of the Most High, Gabriel, standing on the right side of the altar of incense. The angel appeared on the right side of incense as Zacharias doing the incense within the church. And when Zacharias saw him, he was troubled, and fear fell upon him. See? He got afraid. When he see the angel, he got afraid. But the angel said unto him, Fear not, Zacharias, for thy prayer is heard, and thy wife Elizabeth shall bear thee a son, and thou shalt call his name John. But what is he doing? But now, he gonna doubt him. See, I'm old, man. How is this going to happen? So the angel told him in verse 20, And behold, thou shalt be dumb and not able to speak until the day that these things shall be performed, because thou believest not. You ain't have faith in the Most High. My words, which shall be fulfilled in their season. See? And the people waited for Zacharias and marveled that he tarried so long in the temple. It's taking all this time because Gabriel was dealing with him. And when he came out, he could not speak unto them. And they perceived that he had seen a vision in the temple. So he beckoned unto them and remained speechless, couldn't speak. Come on in. But he doing that, but he couldn't do nothing because he remained speechless. So here we are in Luke first chapter, and verse 57. Now Elizabeth's full time came that she should be delivered, and she brought forth a son. And her neighbors and her cousins heard how the Most High had shown great mercy upon her, and they rejoiced with her. It came to pass that on the 8th day they came to circumcise the child, which is the law. We circumcise our boys on the 8th day, and they called him Zacharias, after the name of his father. They want to name him Zacharias, after the name of his father. It's John the Baptist. And his mother answered and said, No, not so. So like it, not so, but he shall be called John. He shall be called John. And they said unto her, There is none of thy kindred that is called by this name. So none of your people, none of your family is called by this name. Where you come up with this name, John, from? And they made signs to his father how he would have him called. Remember, he couldn't talk. He was dumb. He was speechless. And he answered, and he asked for a writing table and wrote, saying, His name is John. And they marveled all. Because his wife, Elizabeth, said his name is John. And now John is writing, because remember, he couldn't talk. Because he didn't believe. It's like some of you going to be speechless. Because you don't have faith in the Most High in these times to come. Unless you repent and come back to him and believe in him, have faith in him. And they said unto her, There is none of the kindred that is called by this name. And they made signs to his father, who couldn't talk, Zacharias, how he would have him called. And he asked for a writing table and wrote, saying, His name is John. And they marveled all. And his mouth, but it's in the Hebrew, it wasn't John, it's this revived version of the English language that they, putting all this in here. John, his name wasn't John. So it says, and his mouth was open immediately, and his tongue loosed, and he spake and praised the Most High. Now he could speak again. Zacharias. And fear came on all that dwelt around about them. And all these sayings were noised abroad throughout all the hill country of Judea. And all they that heard them laid them up in their hearts, saying, What manner of child shall this be? And the hand of the Most High was with him. And his father Zacharias was filled with the Holy Spirit and prophesied, saying, so he was filled with the Holy Spirit. Blessed be the Most High power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people, and hath raised up an horn or power of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we, the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers, and to remember his holy covenant. And that's only to Israel. Only to Israel. Look at Luke, the 2nd chapter. Verse 25. And behold, there was a man in Jerusalem, whose name was Simeon, and the same man was just and devout, waiting for the consolation of Israel, and the Holy Spirit was upon him. See? He was devout man, a just and devout man, very spiritual man that believed in the Most High's laws, statutes, commandments, and doing what's right according to the Bible. Waiting for the consolation of Israel, and the Holy Spirit was upon him. And it was revealed unto him by the Holy Spirit, see, the Holy Spirit brings things back to remembrance, that he should not see death before he had seen the Most High's Mashiach anointed, the Most High's Messiah. And he came by the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, into the temple. You see, the Spirit, that's the Holy Spirit. Sometimes we say the Spirit, that's the Holy Spirit. into the temple. And when the parents brought in the child, the Yahushua, to do for him after the custom of the law, which is what? To be circumcised on the 8th day. And he came by the Spirit, by the Holy Spirit, into the temple. And when the parents brought in the child, Mashiach, Yahushua, to do for him after the custom of the law, then took he him up in his arms and blessed the Most High and said, Most High, now lettest thou thy servant depart in peace according to thy word. For mine eyes have seen thy salvation, your salvation, which thou hast prepared before the face of all people, a light to lighten the Gentiles and the glory of thy people Israel. And Joseph and his mother marveled at those things which were spoken of him. And Simeon blessed them and said unto Mary his mother, Behold, this child is set for the fall and rising again of many in Israel, and for a sign which shall be spoken against. Yea, a sword shall pierce through thy own soul also, that the thoughts of many hearts may be revealed. So you see, he didn't want to die till he seen the Most High salvation, which is in Mashiach Yahushua, as we just heard, point blank. Okay, so look at Peter being filled with the Holy Spirit. Because remember, Mashiach Yahushua told them after he walked the earth for 40 days that they're going to be filled in Acts with the Holy Spirit in Acts the 1st chapter and the 8th verse. He said, but ye shall receive power. This is spiritual power. After that, the Holy Spirit has come upon you. So